life. All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. This is the first week of games for the AFG Pokemon Draft League, and looking forward to taking a look through some of the games. We are going to be doing them in order from when they are played, so unfortunately, first up is my game. Yeah, so I was matched up against Gradients. You'll see I had a very specific game plan, and I was hoping I would not see Brambleghast on the opposing side because I was losing to it a bunch in mocks. And unfortunately, Brambleghast showed up to this match, so I guess we will see what happens. We'll just get into it. I'm just going to make sure the speed's okay. Yeah, normal speed will be good. Alright, starting off with a knockoff on the Brambleghast. Poltergeist brings me down almost to the Sash, but not quite. Protected to scout and see if he has Shadow Sneak, which he does. Went into the Dunsparce here, trying to eat a Ghost-type move. Strength Sap proved to be a big problem this match. Very good bring on his part. Just Dragon-tailed that thing out. The plan was to get up T-Spikes this game. I'll go back a turn. Plan was to get up T-Spikes, but I couldn't really just do it in front of the Brambleghast because obviously you can just Rapid Spin, and Annihilate is not the best spin blocker into a Brambleghast because it can just Poltergeist me or whatever. Shadow Sneak, Poltergeist into Shadow Sneak, either way. So yeah, this switch I think was not great. I think I could have gone into something else on the Quagsire here, like literally anything but the Mew, because Brambleghast just comes back in. Maybe the Annihilate, but yeah. Toxic Spikes are up. This Protect was also a bit tough, because he read me really well that I was going to switch off into Annihilate here, and I ate a big Poltergeist, which was not great. In comes the Dunsparce, takes the Shadow Sneak, but at this point he can just get a Rapid Spin off, so the T-Spikes are gone, and the Dragon Tail Protect stalling is not going to work out too well. Taking a Toxic on the Dunsparce is also pretty tough. I needed that thing to be healthy, but it is what it is. He misses a Hurricane here, does not come back to bite him at all. I go for Rapid Spin, hoping he doesn't switch into Bramble because I really need to get rocks off the field because Mew dies on switch in, but he makes the good play. Not able to get a Rapid Spin off. And yeah, I just get Strength Sapped again. Not much I can do about it here. He's making some good reads, knowing that I Protect and then kind of make a play afterwards. He's reading it very well, so good place on his part for sure. Psycho Cut comes in. Crit doesn't really matter. Get a knockoff. This thing is weakened again, but he's going to Strength Sap and get a bunch of HP back. Even on the Greninja, who has no attack investment. I'm going to get a Dark Pulse off, which is nice. Ice Beam's going to be able to take that out. But at this point, Lilligant can come in for free, which it does. I'm going for the Dark Pulse flinch here, because if I hit a flinch here, Ice Beam KOs afterwards, so yeah, kind of just went for it, but didn't happen. He gets the Giga Drain off, and at this point, I have a bunch of Protect stalling nonsense Mons who can't really do anything, so yeah, once Lilligant is able to come back in, not much I can do about it. Team did not work out. I should have pivoted after I realized Brambleghast was a big problem to the game plan, but ended up not doing that. Mew goes down to Rocks. In comes Vaporeon. Poltergeist is going to do a lot of damage, yeah. Can try and get a Wish. I had to go for Protect here, so I didn't die, but he makes the good switch into Lilligant. And yeah, at this point, there's nothing I could do to stop Quiver Dance from cleaning up. Sleep Better comes down. Not really relevant. Doesn't matter at this point. Yeah. Nothing can be done. Let's speed this guy up. Another quiver comes off. Earthquake, I got a crit. Not going to matter. I'm going to die to the next attack anyways. He's going to heal back to pretty much full. And able to complete the sweep. So yeah, well played to the newcomer Gradients to our league. Taking a nice 5-0 victory over myself. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how he does the rest of the season. Hopefully I myself can bounce back from definitely a tough loss week 1. All right, on to the next game. Take a sip of water. We have Sir Blue versus Dankus Dad. Dankus Dad with a kind of hyper offense team. So let's see how Sir Blue can manage. Dankus Dad did not bring the Alolan Ninetales, so no Veil in this game. Starting off, Rotom into Indeedee. Indeedee's going to double. Rotom's going to go for the Terra Blast. Okay. Goldango's weakened. Might see... yeah, another Terra Blast. Makes sense. Darkclaw comes out with a Para, but we don't get full paralyzed, so Sneasler goes down, which is huge. Kleavor's going to get rocks up here. Urshifu comes in, probably just see Surging Strikes. Yeah, so Kleavor goes down. Very fast-paced game to start this one off. Answer is Indeedee. Makes sense. We're going to go out into Muck. Indeedee comes in. Psychic. Obviously doesn't do any damage to Muck. Probably a knockoff. Yeah. Goldango. Yeah, definitely a bit of a tough switch there. But we don't have great answers. We don't want Ursaluna necessarily get knockoff. I don't know what the item is on it. Trailblaze is definitely good here. I did remember seeing this. So, Dankus Dad accidentally did not make his Pokemon female. Yeah, the infatuation is super tough. This Ursaluna goes kind of crazy into the rest of the squad. But being infatuated is tough. But I guess we'll see how many times he gets immobilized by love. There's one. Gonna take another Moonblast. And or immobilized by love again. Into Indeedee we go. Moonblast comes out. Gonna see Healing Wish, Psychic. Psychic gets crit on the Klefki. Reflect comes up. We're gonna take Klefki down. Reflect makes sense because Ursaluna is kind of the main threat at this point. We have ways to deal with the Spothra. Alright, we get the poison, which is pretty nice. Probably gonna have to get out of there because Ursaluna is gonna be our win con. This Spothra is in. Gonna start Calm Minding up. You can try and get a poison on this. With Poison Touch. Knockoff obviously helps as well to deal with that residual recovery. We do have Roost on this set. So Spothra could get out of hand, but as long as we get a poison on it, it's probably not going to be too much of an issue. We're going to Roost back up. Knockoff comes off again. I mean, Knockoff is doing half, so with the poison, it's just not going to be able to do much. And we can't Stored Power against a Muck, so, I mean, a Spothra just not really able to break through. Healing Wish does come off into the Ursaluna, and we are going to see some very unfortunate infatuations here that I remember watching. Trailblaze. We're going to get infatuated because we are not female. And 50-50, we are immobilized by love. We got one more shot at it. And we're immobilized again. So 4 for 4 on immobilizations. Yeah, definitely a tough way to go out. I don't know if Ursaluna beats Urshifu at that point. I don't know what the speed gets up to. Or what the speed on the Urshifu was, but maybe? Definitely interesting, but yeah. Didn't get to see it because infatuation. Alright. on to the next one. We have Distaco versus Azalea Akari. I haven't been mentioning it, but it is a low-tier Terra League. Obviously, everyone knows that. Tinkaton is Ghost, and I can't remember the other typing on it. And then Terra Captain's here, I think, is Miss Magius, but we will see. Miss Magius lead. Probably see a knockoff from the Tinkaton or Stealth Rocks. Knockoff comes out. Gets rid of leftovers. We get a burn on the Tinkaton, which is nice. Not going to be able to do as much damage to things like Iron Valiant, which is our answer to Iron Valiant. Arcanine gets Stealth Rocks up. Interesting. Dondozo obviously coming out. Regieleki. Nice yawn play there. Not going for a water move into the Arcanine, expecting a switch. And then forcing a switch off the Regieleki. In comes Clodsire. Maybe Toxic Spikes. Spikes. Alright. Spikes again. There is a Regieleki on the other side with Rapid Spin potentially, so hazards may not be up the entire game. We are going to hazard stack here into the Regi. We don't have a spin blocker. There comes Rapid Spin. Hazards are off the field. Slowbro comes in on a Psychic. Good switch there. See what else this Landorus has. It's going to get out of there. Doesn't want to eat an ice or a water move, which makes sense. Ooh, Quaquaval on the Psychic, taking almost its entire health bar. Going to flip turn out into King Gambit. Makes sense on the Psychic. I like it. I'd like to see, yeah, like a Kowtow Cleave, not a Sucker Punch. Swords Dance, yeah, I could see it as well. But, yeah, Valiant coming in is a bit tough because you don't want to take a fighting move. Oh, and it has Encore, so... Yeah, I mean, Kowtow wouldn't have done much to Fairy fighting quad resisted, but I did like not going for Suckers, so that was fine. Gonna get a Gigaton off on the Grafaiide, doing very little damage because we were burned. In comes Valiant. We are Terra Ghost, so maybe see a Dark move here. Gonna Encore, alright. Ice Punch on the Clodsire, doing 53%, that's pretty good. Could go into Dondozo here on an Ice Punch. Yeah. Gonna see Close Combat, I like it. Switch it up. Expecting a switch. Ooh, Grass Knot. That's really nice. And we're gonna die to Recoil here. Alright, Dondozo goes down. Grass Knot's really cool. I like it. So we could Sucker here or expect a switch, but I think it's a bit risky. Okay, we went for Kowtow. I thought potentially Valiant just gets sacked off there, so Kowtow might be a bit risky, but it worked out. Tinkaton dies to a Flare Blitz crit. Not sure that mattered. Probably not, but don't know for sure on the investment. Earth Power out on the Slowbro. Landorus is a tough time breaking this. We're not dealing any damage. Nice double into the Grafaiide, expecting the King Gambit. We're going to go out into Quaquaval. We are going to die to a low kick. And at this point, with what this Taco has left, I think it's going to be very hard to win. Landorus can come in, clean up the Grafaiide, but it's going to Parting Shot out. Into Slowbro, which we already know we can't really touch, so... I mean, at this point, I think Slowbro just wins the game. Because we got tricked earlier on our Clodsire, so Ice Beam's going to kill that, and Slowbro should be able to finish this one off. We're going to lock ourselves into Recover with our Choice Scarf, so we could just go out into anything here to try and kill this. So we're not in a Recover and Psychic stall. Yeah, we do go out into Arcanine. See how much this does. Flare Blitz, crit, doesn't matter. I mean, it's just gonna lock itself into Recover and die eventually. So, crit just saves us the process. All right, good game to Distaco. I like some plays on both sides, but I think getting all the hazards up and then just getting them rapid spinned away was pretty tough. Also, taking a Psychic on the switch in on Quaquaval. And also the Grass Knot on Valiant was really good. All right, next game we have Mobile Sam versus Femboy Valorant. Let's get into it. And this is one of the games I don't know if I've really looked through. I went through for the KD to put in the standings, but I haven't really watched this one closely. You are up, Lunar. All right, let's go back. Gardevoir into Samurott. Yeah, probably going to get out of there so we don't eat a Moonblast. Yeah, Moonblast comes off into the Corviknight. In comes Skeledirge. Going to U-turn out. I like it. Get some momentum. Now we can try and get a Ceaseless Edge off because we don't have a terrible matchup, which we do. Here comes the Mandibuzz. We're going to double out into Corviknight. Maybe see a Defog. We're going to see U-turn. Thunderbolt's going to come out and absolutely crush that Corviknight. Hoopa doing a lot of damage. Mamoswine knockoff comes in. Into Ice Shard. Perfect. Good way to deal with the Hoopa. In comes Baxcalibur. We're going to have to make sure this thing does not set up. Going to go for Glaive Rush. Get a bunch of damage in and just bounce. The sack was... yeah. Poor Corviknight. We got our Samurott back in. We can click nice Ceaseless Edge again. I'm going to do more than half to the Skeledirge. It's going to stay in and get a Will-O-Wisp off. We could potentially get a third layer of spikes up here with another Ceaseless, which we are going to do. Mandibuzz comes in. Maybe now we see a Defog into Mamoswine. We're in a U-turn. I'm surprised. Does this thing not have Defog? I mean, I know it has Defog, but are we not running it? Because getting rid of 3 layers of spikes seems pretty good there. We got momentum, though. Ironhead in on the Dragapult. I see a Flamethrower, not going to do much. Finally, maybe see a Defog on this thing. We're just going to roost up, but Mamoswine is going to force this thing out for sure. Skeledirge comes in. This thing is not going to live in Icicle Crash. Oh, it does. Okay, I was wrong. Bulky boy. Samurott's back in. At this point, we don't need any more spikes. It literally can't get any more, but we can definitely go for an attack to knock this thing out. It's going to protect on us. Get a bit more of recovery. Probably goes down now. We're going to double out into Mandibuzz. Still expecting a Defog, but I guess at this point we just aren't running Defog. Going to get some momentum and flip turn into Mamoswine. Smart play, also U-turning out, the slow U-turn. We're going to get the matchup we wanted. Mamoswine's going to have to come back out into the Samurott. Going to get an Earthquake off and kill off the Samurott. Dragapult, I still don't know what the set is. It is special. We saw the Flamethrower earlier. Wonder what else we have in the set. Foul Play is going to kill off Conkeldurr. Mamoswine... Finally, okay, this thing's gonna die to spikes, which is nice. In comes Baxcalibur, which is faster, gets a Glaive Rush off, but yeah, Terra Fairy Meloetta looks extremely good into the rest of Mobile Sam's team. Dazzling Gleam kind of goes crazy. Kills Baxcalibur. I don't think Gardevoir has any chance of one-shotting us, and we're probably going to 2-hit KO. Yeah, we're going to 2-hit KO the Gardevoir, and that's going to be it. 2 more Dazzling Gleams, and that wraps it up. Meloetta coming in clutch. Yeah, really good game. Good plays on either side. I think it was really close. Just came down to the Meloetta. Is this thing scarfed, Lunar? I don't remember the speed on this. Oh no, it's 100. It's base 100 like all its stats. Scarfed, yeah. I see. Pretty good. Very nice. All right, we're already halfway done. On to Mr. Meg versus Flying Kraken. It was for the anti-clean Gardevoir and the backs. Makes sense. Makes sense for sure. Alrighty. Into the next game we go. Lead Hippowdon into Chi-Yu. Might just see a Stealth Rock here. We're We're going to double into Snorlax, which has thick fat, so that definitely makes sense. Overheat, we're going to definitely be switching out on the Chi-Yu here. In comes Gliscor. Into the Ice Punch. Really nice prediction there. We're going to see Protect, which is also nice because... Oh, we didn't even go for Ice Punch. Maybe expecting a switch. But yeah, we're not going to die to the Ice Punch now. Living on 1%. Perfect. But 1 is enough. Maybe see a Protect here. Yeah, in comes the Uxie. We're going to get some healing off. Here comes Chi-Yu. Gonna get Life Orb knocked off. Snorlax comes back in. Oh, a nasty plot. Alright, well, Snorlax is not living hits at this point. Thick Fat's not going to save you from +2 Dark Balls, that's for sure. We bring in a Powdon just to double into Berserker. I don't know about that one. Berserker is going to go down to a Flamethrower. Yeah. Here comes Lycanroc. We get a Swords Dance off. I don't know if we're going to be able to do very much to... Wow, +2 Psychic Fangs does not do very much. Strength Sap. I remember watching this replay. Flashbacks to my game. Strength Sap is OP. We're going to get Calm Mind off, which is really good. We're going to miss a Thunder Wave. That's tough. And now we're going to get 2-hit KO'd by Shadow Ball, so we can't really stay in. Oh, never mind. We hit the para this time and got the full para, so justice for missing it the first time. Okay, we got full para'd again. A bit unfortunate. Agility comes off on the Vikavolt. Shadow Ball is going to do half. There's no way we're killing this Sinistra in one hit. And Sinistra is absolutely farming. Going to get a Shadow Ball off here. The Paralysis is not holding it back. Ice Fang is going to do pretty much nothing. And eventually we can just Strength Sap or Matcha Gotcha on this thing. Okay, we crit here as long as you don't get paralyzed. Strength Sap. Literally all the way back to full. Insane. And it's got -1 attack now, so we're just going to eat all of this up. We're going to get paralyzed a bunch. It's not going to matter at all. Ice Fang again. We're going to need a crit here. Matcha Gotcha. And full heal. Kill that thing. Sinistra is putting in insane work this game. Hey, what's up, Blue? And Mr. Mag. We did get nuked by Strength Sap this game. Or this week. Absolutely brutal. It is a Grass Ghost type of week. Dude, nerf Strength Sap is all I'm saying. Paralyzed again. But yeah, at this point, not anything we're going to be able to do. Paralyzed again. Maybe we get a differential point. Oh. Paralyzed again. Okay. I mean, I know who wins the game, so there is no hope, but we do get a kill here. Oh, we're living the Wiki Berry. Oh my god. We are +4. We just have to outspeed it and kill it. Ah, we got the Population Bomb. Almost. The infinite para-hacks. That's actually pretty funny. But yeah, Strength Sap soloing another game this week. Tough. But GG's to both of you. On to the next one. We have Exilus versus Nice versus Nami. Definitely an expected team. I helped Nice versus Nami this week in some mocks, and I brought pretty much the exact same team and figured that the Rock Ogerpon was the best with a Houndstone Sand team. This definitely makes sense here. Gonna lead Ogerpon. Not gonna go for an Ivy Cudgel. Didn't want to get burned, makes sense. Definitely was an option. Instead, we're gonna take on a Bronzong, which definitely does not matter as much. With your game against Dankus, by the way, I was always trying to sack Enam via Healing Wish, but instead, yeah. Just got infatuated literally every single time, so it didn't matter. Gyro Ball comes in. We're going to Terrasilize into the Fire type. We got Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rocks up. with no removal unless we are like a bulky defog Hawlucha, which is probably pretty unlikely. Basket Legion gets some momentum into Garchomp, which manages to kill the Bronzong now that it is a fire type. Tyranitar comes out, takes some hazard damage, and dies. It is dead. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you definitely expect an Earthquake there, so maybe you have to switch into Rillaboom. Because now we're not going to have Sand. But, yeah, Houndstone comes in. Gonna outspeed the Bisharp. Oh, wow. Body... That did no damage. Oh, my God. Brutal. And, yeah, we're going to die to Sucker Punch. These hazards are just whittling us down. And Bisharp going crazy. Grassy Glide does not KO Bisharp. Eviolite is broken, guys. That thing is dead to Lash Out. Hawlucha comes in. It is Grassy Seed. Okay. Acrobatics comes off. But we have our trusty friend Weezing, which is going to get a Strange Steam off. Acrobatics crit. Oh, wow. Wait, if that crit killed, was that over? Unless we have like priority Aqua Jet or Sucker Punch. Arcapon's gonna come out, and all right, we have Cinderace. Oh, we have Low Kick. Okay, and we're gonna die to poison here. All right, quick game there. Yeah, hazards were definitely a problem for Exelis's team. And also was Bisharp. If the crit killed, it was GG. Damn. Insane. Lived on 1%. That was close. Alright, 2 games left. We have Smaster versus Josha. Let's get into it. Iron Moth lead. It is a balloon into Glowking. Maybe see... I was going to say like a T-Spike, but we see Chili. Makes sense. U-turn out, get some momentum on the Fortress. Maybe start setting up some hazards, but definitely risky with a Magic Bounce Espeon. Also, we have Rapid Spin potentially on Serena, so I can see hazards not being useful whatsoever this game. Dusclops is quite bulky. Oh, we got a Toxic off on it, which is nice. Taunt is a little too late, but we won't be able to Chili out. We'll hard switch into Alomomola. Comes Serena, very nice. Protect to see what it does. We're gonna see a knockoff. I'm gonna let our item get knocked off, which is just a Rocky Helmet. See if we can snatch a Scald Burn here. Gonna U-turn out. It's not gonna use a grass move. Go into Espeon. So Smaster gets some initiative here. Psyshock. Oh my god, that does a lot of damage. That one-shotted. I mean, Sylveon doesn't have the greatest defense, but wow, that was that was insane. In comes Iron Defensing Earthworm. I'm gonna Volt Switch out here into Alomomola. Maybe go for Scald Burn. Yeah, we're gonna try and get a burn. Body Press again. We're gonna Wish. See if we see a Protect here. We do. I get some HP back. Probably have an Energy Ball on this Iron Moth. We do. But good switch into Glow King. Gonna Chili out to get some momentum on the Serena. In comes to Titan, which now has Slush Rush and can try and wreak some havoc. It is Choice Banded. Wow, that does no damage to Dusclops. Very bulky. Gonna see a Pain Split. Wait, this Dusclops is high key impossible to kill. We do have Roaring Moon, I guess, to break it, but yeah, that's super annoying. Gonna Wish Pass into our Earthworm, get our HP back, but we're gonna get the initiative into Titan, which still has Slush Rush. Gonna see a Superpower almost KO the Earthworm. In return, we see a Body Press, doing half. We are gonna get out of there. expecting a double potentially, but yeah, into Florges is definitely not what we wanted to see with our Roaring Moon. In comes the unkillable Dusclops. Does get crit, but it can just pain split back up against whatever. Yep, Roaring Moon's going to take that one. We're going to stay in, take 0 damage for an Iron Head. Ice Beam. Oof. The freeze, that is tough. The freeze is very tough. Are we just going to stay in? Hope we unthaw. We are getting the Dusclops weakened, which is great, though. Yeah, Dusclops goes down. That's really good for us. That was hard to break. So Titan goes pretty crazy now. Fiery Dance into the Slowking. Gonna get out into Florges on the Chili. Just a lot of momentum this game. Flip turns and baton passes and U-turns and chilies. A lot of predictions and just a momentum game. We got Fortress in on the Serena. Potentially just Volt Switch out, see some more momentum. Gonna get some spikes up now, which is nice. Espeon was not going to come in there because I don't think you expect hazards at this point. Gonna get out into Glow King. Probably gonna see a Chili soon. Try and get Titan back out. That is exactly what we see. Here comes Titan. Light Screen's not going to help us against this thing. Ice Spinner. Well, probably going to be able to just... How much was that? Did 47? I guess it's a bit risky, depending on the roll. Definitely don't want Titan to go down. It's pretty much the only way you can win here. Especially with the Roaring Moon frozen, which we're just going to sack off. Back comes Titan. Sad that Roaring got froze. Yeah, definitely tough. Hey, what's up, Taco? Fiery Dance comes in. Energy Ball. Alamomola goes down. At this point, we just need to get Titan back in. So if we see a Chili here, we're going to be in really, really good shape. Fortress comes out in the Florges. Yeah, I don't know how much we're doing to Florges with Titan. Gonna get our hazards back in. What have we seen from the Titan? Ice Spinner Superpower knockoff. I mean, Ice Spinner will obviously do a lot to this. Iron Moth is low. And we know it's Terra Psychic, so knockoff will be able to deal with that. How much does Ice Spinner do to this? I guess we're not going to find out yet. Protect. Maybe try and get a Toxic off on this, but we might just see a switch into Moth, if that's the case. Sludge Bomb. Maybe a little surprised we didn't go into Moth here. Don't want to eat a Toxic on this thing. In comes Titan. Going to double back out because the Wish is coming off and you knew Protect is coming in. Wow, this game's a lot of pivoting. So it's just going to be able to sit here. Another Sludge Bomb. Okay, we nabbed a Poison, which is great. Not going to be a Toxic, so won't do increasing amounts of damage, but still a good chip on it. And at this point, we're going to double into the Espeon. Do we see a Chili here? We don't. Still good. Oh, we hit the Poison on that. Oh, but we had a Wish coming in, so definitely solid. In comes Fortress. Florges is half health. So Titan's looking really good. If we can get it up before another Wish comes off. Oh, perfect. Volt Switch into the Slowking. Gonna see a Chili, I'm assuming. And so Titan's gonna be able to clean this up, I believe. Ice Spinner. That should just take out everything. Choice Banded Ice Spinner. Could see a Protect, but it's not going to help us because we're also poisoned. We're just going to lose HP on the exchange. And not going to be able to stall out the snow. And so Titan coming in big. Even with the Roaring Moon frozen, so Titan was pretty much our only offense this game. Very nice win. Good game from both players. Alrighty. Final game. We have Armenia versus Markshire. Let's get into it. Palafin lead makes sense. You want to get your hero up in this matchup for sure. Gonna just see rocks here. Balloon Clefable is interesting. Yeah, definitely interesting. Volt Switch on the Goodra into a Azumarill. Probably see a Play Rough here. We do. That does a lot of damage. We can just hit another Play Rough right here for free. That does 41, so we're going to have to get out of here, because this thing can Terra Grass. Into the Manaphy, bit of a tough switch. In comes Wo-Chien, not going to take anything from Terra Blast. Clefable is very weak here. Oh, it's not going to die to the knockoff. In comes a Magnezone. We're going to Wish. But this thing's going to get its HP back, which is really tough. But Play Rough was doing a lot, so it might kill this thing off. I can't remember how much. Oh, we're going to go for knockoff, expecting a switch, I think. Play Rough was doing a lot. I could scroll back up. Did 63 last time, so yeah, Play Rough would have killed that thing. Should have not switched Mana Fade. Didn't check the Terra types. Oh, gotcha, Markshire. In comes Wo-Chien. Eats a Wave Crash pretty nicely. Goodra comes out on the Wo-Chien. Gonna get a knockoff. It was Assault Vest, pretty common. In comes Great Tusk on the Flash Cannon. Could get a nice Headlong Rush potentially, or an Earthquake. There's pretty much no damage, but neither does Ice Shard. Yeah, we were just dealing no damage to each other, slowly whittling each other down. Piloswine down is great. Palafin comes in with the Ice Punch. Yeah, I mean, the knockoff is definitely fair play there. I'm expecting a switch. Missing Play Rough is tough there, because now we have to switch out. Flash Cannon. Body Press does not kill this thing. We're going down to an Earthquake. In comes the Manaphy, which can definitely take out the Goodra. Probably see... We're going to see Hoopa. Potentially Scarfed then. Focus Blast comes in on Wo-Chien. We're going to double out of there. Not risk... oh, it was Terra Fairy. I was going to say risk the miss, but being Terra Fairy makes sense on the switch. We're going to eat that Liquidation. My god. How did we live that? What? We weren't even resisting it. Good lord. That's crazy that we lived that. Only 26% from the Liquidation. Palafin's gonna go down. Dragonite comes in. We do have Ursaluna. How do we deal with Dragon Dance? Azumarill. Azumarill doesn't die. I see. We did not miss the Play Rough. But I do remember how this one ended when I put into the stats. Unfortunately, yeah, it was Choice Scarf Hoopa, which with Energy Ball is going to be able to take down everything else that is remaining. But yeah, that was a good game. I like that one as well. Very close. Good job preserving the Hoopa win condition there. But yeah. Yeah, it was a close one for sure. Honestly, a lot of the games, the least close one this week, I think, well, was probably mine. And maybe Mr. Mags. I mean, it came kind of close with the Paras at the end, but yeah, we both got mega farmed by Strength Sap. OP move. But yeah, that does it for the matches this week. Luckily, the streams aren't going to be too long. Only 8 matches to go over. We are going to have the weekly awards coming back as well. I have some help with those from Dankus Dad, Flying Kraken, and Azalea Kari are going to be helping me with the write-ups and nominating people for those. So, yeah, just a little fun thing to reward some people for good plays and good sets. And yeah, we'll be back next week for more matches, 8 more week 2 matches. And yeah, I think streams are going to be on Monday because all matches will be in by Sunday night, so Monday seems like a good time to do them. And then the weekly awards will probably come out on Tuesday evenings once the match stream is done, and you can go back and evaluate what were the best plays and teams and such. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. The VOD will be available if you want to go back and see the commentary for your match. And yeah, we'll see everybody next week. Have a good night.